According to court documents, a state corrections inmate claims another inmate admitted to the murder of Mollie Tibbetts. Investigators found her body in a cornfield in 2018. Now, Cristhian Rivera now faces a mandatory life sentence for her murder. We go live now to HLN's legal analyst, Joey Jackson. Good morning, Joey. Thanks for joining us. So when you hear about a tip from an inmate that heard something from another inmate, it doesn't seem like it's that credible, is it?
Cheyenne, good morning to you. So these things happen, and they happen with some regularity, actually, particularly in high profile and other matters. And so you certainly want to make sure that our system gets it right. What is that system? You have a jury trial here, a jury trial, testimony for 7 days, jury deliberating over 2 days thereafter and finding him guilty. As you noted, he faces a mandatory life sentence as a result of that. But you want to ensure that that unanimous verdict is certainly sound. And in light of that, if you get information that comes up, you want to vet it. You want to see if it's credible, it's reliable. And if it is, then you want to do something about it. But I just want to hasten to add, Cheyenne, that the evidence here was certainly compelling. Again, they'll evaluate what this inmate says and what anyone else says and how they knew it, and when they heard it, and why they heard it, who they spoke to, and they should. But look, you have an instance where we see him there. He literally speaks to the police for 11 hours, says nothing at all about this abduction. His DNA is found in the trunk. His car, based on surveillance, is noted there. He indicates to the police that he saw her. And it just seems unusual that if this happened, right, at the outset, he might have said something. He did not. And based on the other evidence, it certainly seems that the prosecutors, did a good job and have their person. But we will see ultimately, after the judge vets this, whether or not there's any credibility to it. And if there's not, he should go to jail for his life sentence. And if there is, it should be further investigated.
So while this new evidence is compelling, as you say, in your professional opinion, do you think it's enough for Rivera to get a new trial?
So, you know what, Cheyenne, it remains to be seen, right? I mean, I think we'll see moving forward whether or not we'll have the goods, or they'll have the goods, that is the defense, with respect to this new evidence and information. So many more questions need to be answered before I can answer that question. When did you get this information? Who told you this information, right? How reliable is this information? When did you come forward with the information? Why did you wait till then to come forward? Did anybody coerce you into doing this? Were you pressured into doing this? Were you on some illicit substance when you learned about this? And so much more needs to be known before we could assert whether it's credible or not. Certainly it's entitled to an investigation. You don't want anyone to go to jail who didn't do it, but you have to look at it with some skepticism based upon the compelling nature of the evidence against Rivera at the time of trial. And again, the unanimous verdict, 12 people being in accord, says an awful lot as to what they felt about the evidence that was presented against him.
And we've learned that inmate will be transported to the sentencing hearing, so maybe some of those questions will be asked then. Joey Jackson, thank you so much.
Thank you, Cheyenne.